I felt from the outset that I was being really well looked after and welcomed back with open arms, really. And it's lovely that there are so many people who are dedicated to doing that, because I think that it's important, even if you're returning to somewhere, that you feel that you've got that support and that there's someone there you can go and ask a question of. My name is Nicola Kelleher. I am a senior manager in the private client team in Manchester. So I left Crowe in 2014 and I went to join KPMG as an assistant manager in their private client advisory team. So I was there for a couple of years, and then my career took me to H&M Revenue and Customs. I joined the Fraud Investigation Service as a criminal investigator, which was quite a big change for me. I got retrained as a criminal justice professional at that point, and I was doing that for almost 7 years before the opportunity arose to come back to Crowe. I've known Rebecca Durrant, who is the partner in Manchester, for nearly 20 years now. She gave me my first job in Manchester when I moved into private practice, and then I joined Crowe to work with Rebecca in 2008, so I got to know her really well because I was here for nearly 6 years. Rebecca and I kept in touch. I know Michael and Vicky are a really good partner team as well, so I always kind of maintained a relationship with the firm. I knew that I loved working here the first time round, that it would be an easy decision for me to make to come back if it ever came up again, really. The people. Yeah, I always really enjoyed working with lots of different people when I was here the first time round. So that was one of the main things for me. I miss the people. It's great to come back and to see the progression that's been made, not just with the people who I've previously worked with, and there are quite a lot of people who are still here, but the clients as well. I think I was surprised by the fact that a lot of the clients remembered me and remembered the type of person I was and where I went and things like that. And sometimes you think, you know, these are people who are very, very busy business people, so you don't always expect them to remember a tax advisor that worked with them like nearly 10 years ago, so that's been really lovely, yeah. So I've been in HMRC for coming up to 7 years, and I suppose that I had always thought to myself, I want to come back to tax. Even though I was working in tax, I was primarily criminal justice. So I worked so hard to become a chartered tax advisor, and I wasn't always using those skills at HMRC. As I've said, I know Rebecca really well. When the opportunity came up, we had a discussion about the position and whether or not it was something that was going to be good for me and good for the firm, and it just was the right time, really. Life back at Crowe is good. A lot has changed, really. There's some things that have remained the same, like some of the people and some of the clients, but it has grown so much, and it's been so lovely to see all of the new things that have been brought in since I've been away. I'm still finding my feet back in the team because it's a completely different role to me, a different level. I was like tax senior when I was here last time. So it's a different level of responsibility, but I am really enjoying being back, and in some ways it feels like I've never been away, really. I've never really been the type of person to have a 5 or 10 year plan. I think I've seen too much in life to know that when you make a plan, it doesn't always come off the way you think. So at the moment, I'm really focusing on getting to know my team really well, getting to know my clients again, and just get embedded back in, really. And I hope that when those things fall into place and I get more comfortable after a bit of time, I'll then be able to say, right, well, what are the other wider picture things that I can get involved in, and really just see where it goes from there.